Okay, so the final season of Stranger Things is right around the corner. And let me tell you, it's promising an ending we have never seen before. But before we dive into what's next, we have to remember just how bad things got. We left off, like, on the brink of a total apocalypse. So, this is your essential Season 4 recap. Let's start right where the world, literally broke open.
So yeah, forget any idea that our heroes won. They didn't. Season 4 didn't end with a nice, neat resolution. No, it ended with a full-on invasion. Those last few moments, they left us with this one. Super chilling, absolutely undeniable fact. Hawkins is falling. And maybe the whole world is falling with it.
So, who's the mastermind behind all this chaos, the architect of this apocalypse? I'll tell you this much, it is not just another Demogorgon, not even close. We're talking about something new, something intelligent, and something deeply, deeply sadistic. This is a monster that hunts you in the most painful parts of your own head.
All right, let's meet the big bad. This is Vecna, and he is a terrifyingly powerful being from the Upside Down. His whole method? It's pure psychological torture. He literally weaponizes your worst memories, your deepest trauma, and then he kills you. But here's the twist, the part that's just so chilling. He wasn't always this thing. He was a person. He was Henry Creel. And then he became one. You got it, Dr. Brenner's very first and by far his most dangerous test subject.
So, how in the world did Brenner's supposed golden boy turn into that? Well, the answer, as it almost always does, comes back to 11. You see, years ago, back at the Hawkins lab, they had this absolutely brutal showdown. A young Elle, just a kid, somehow overpowered him and blasted him into the Upside Down. The thing is, she didn't kill him. And that dimension, it just twisted him, warped him, and transformed him into the nightmare he is today. So yeah, this fight isn't just about saving the world. For Elle, this is personal.
Okay, so you're up against this, God-level enemy. A straight-up fight? That's just not gonna cut it. Our heroes knew that, so what they do? They came up with this desperate, kind of brilliant, but insanely risky plan. They decided to fight a war on 3 separate fronts at the same time.
I mean, the plan was just audacious. They split into 3 teams, all needing to be perfectly in sync. Okay, so here's the breakdown. Team Hawkins, they're going to use Max as psychic bait to draw Vecna's mind out. While he's busy with her, Team Upside Down, that's Steve, Nancy, and Robin, they go in and attack his actual physical body, which is vulnerable. And at the exact same moment, Team 11 jumps into the fight on Vecna's home turf, inside Max's mind. You got that? 3 teams, 1 single chance, and literally 0 room for error. Wild.
But listen, of all those different battlefronts, one of them was the most critical, the most personal, and honestly, the most heart-stopping. It was the fight happening inside Max Mayfield's head. This was, no joke, a battle for her soul.
You see, Vecna's whole master plan, it needed one more victim to work. And he had his sights set on Max. Her trauma, her grief over her brother Billy, it made her the perfect and honestly the most tragic key to his whole apocalypse plan. Everything, absolutely everything, hinged on her.
But the team found something, a weakness, and it's kind of strange, kind of beautiful actually. Music. A person's favorite song could literally act as an anchor to reality, a lifeline to pull them back from Vecna's grip. And for Max, that lifeline was Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill. It became the literal soundtrack to her survival. But in the end, even with Elle right there fighting with her, even with her favorite song blasting in her ears, it wasn't enough. Vecna was beaten back, for a moment, but not before he got what he wanted. He claimed his 4th victim. He broke Max's body, her limbs, and for one absolutely terrifying minute, her heart stopped beating. Now, 11, she managed to restart it, but Max was just shattered. She's in a deep coma. Her mind is apparently just a blank void. Her fate is completely up in the air.
And what happened to Max, that devastating cost? It all served a much bigger, much more horrifying purpose. See, Vecna wasn't just killing for fun. Oh no. Every single victim was a calculated step in his grand design, a little something called the 4-gate plan.
Think about it. Each of his 4 victims, with Max being the last piece of the puzzle, was basically a psychic sacrifice. Each death ripped open a tear between the worlds. His goal was always to open 4 gates. And even with everything our heroes threw at him, he did it. He succeeded. 4 gates, now open.
And this is the part you really gotta understand. For all their bravery, this was a catastrophic failure for the heroes.
I mean, when you actually look at the scoreboard, the truth is just grim. Yeah, they hurt Vecna's physical body, but his plan still worked. Sure, they barely saved Max's life, but he still used her to open that final crucial gate. They fought with everything they had, on all fronts, and what happened? Vecna achieved his ultimate goal, merging the worlds.
So, what does that actually look like? What happens when a nightmare dimension like the Upside Down finally crashes into our reality?
Well, it's pretty much pure apocalypse. Those 4 gates, they didn't just, pop open. They ripped through the town of Hawkins, carving these huge fiery canyons that all met right in the center of town. And this triggered a massive earthquake, splitting the ground open and just destroying everything.
This changes everything. The secret war they've been fighting, it's over. For 4 seasons, this was all happening in the shadows, right? A nightmare only our little group of heroes knew about. Well, not anymore. Now the truth is undeniable. It's right there for everyone to see. The Upside Down, it's not hidden anymore.
And that final shot of the season, man, that chilling image just says it all. You have our heroes, they're looking out over their completely ruined town, the sky gets dark, there's red lightning flashing, and then those iconic ash-like spores from the Upside Down start falling, like this hellish snow. The fight for Hawkins didn't end. No, the final battle has just begun. Which leaves all of us staring down this final season with one massive, terrifying question. Vecna won. The invasion is here. With the Upside Down now fully unleashed on our world, how on earth can Hawkins possibly be saved?